I recently got a question about one of the videos that I shot, and that video was about why a wife gets so critical. And the question was about what is the male equivalent of a woman's criticism. And what I want you guys to know is that a lot of times criticism doesn't have a gender attached to it, right? And because again, it's the function of criticism that both genders could use. And so the function of criticism is to be able to get my partner to be able to respond to me, because really I'm afraid that they won't be able to respond to me. I'm afraid it's not going to be important. So I have to raise my voice to be able to get through to you, right? I have to be able to point things out in order to get a response from you, because if I were to be vulnerable, if I were to take a risk, it probably would not be responded to in the way that I need. It would be dismissed, it would be defended, or it would just be pushed away. So I get critical because that fear drives it up, and it makes me kind of go out and push and poke at you to get a response, because I'm feeling like the response would push you away from me when I'm wanting to be close to you. So I see primarily, again, the critical people that are in the room, right? It's majority of the time it is a wife, but also there's a lot of times where it's the husband. So for example, I could have a wife, for example, and the husband is working at his desk, and as he's working at his desk in the office, and it's like 10 o'clock at night, and he's been gone all day and he hasn't talked to her or anything like that, he just came straight home and he's at the office, she could come into the office and be like, thanks for saying hi to me, clearly that your work is more important than me, so I'll just let you keep sleeping right here, and how about you just sleep in your office, because this place is way more important than you coming being with your family, right? What's really the intent behind that? Really, I don't feel like maybe I could be able to approach you and say, hey, I'm feeling a little dismissed right now. I'm feeling like I'm not important at all to you right now, because again, you didn't even show up and say hi to me, and that really hurts. And it makes me frustrated, but I really am needing more from you, because this is really important to me, and it makes me feel important. And right now I feel like I'm not so important to you. I feel like work is more important, right? But if I don't feel safe, this isn't key, if I don't feel safe, I can't make that vulnerable risk, because it's going to be too much in my nervous system. So I'm going to have to attack, right? So that's why I'm going to come into your office. And the same could be true if a woman was working in the office, right? She's working in the office, she's working late. A husband comes home from work and he's like, hey, you're sitting here in the office and I'm over here having dinner by myself with the kids. I'm putting the kids to bed. And all of a sudden I come into the office and I'm like, hey, thanks a lot for helping out with the kids. Criticism, right? Because again, maybe I don't feel safe enough to be able to take a step towards you and risk and reach for you, because I'm afraid how it's going to be responded. I'm afraid that be like, well, I'm have to work right now. You know that I'm busy right now. Instead of being like, hey babe, yeah, I totally get it, right? I totally get that you would be upset about me not being here with the kids, but like I have this deadline real quick, and if you give me a second, maybe I can pause and we can help out with the kids, right? So again, that criticism is coming from a place where I'm wanting a reaction. I'm wanting a response from my partner, because this is an area that's very important to me. So whether that's about the kids, whether that's about work, or whatever that issue is. So when I feel myself being critical, again, men can be critical and women can be critical, and it's the function of the criticism that's important, not necessarily the gender, because the function is the exact same, as you can see. So I hope that answers your question. If you have any more questions, please direct message me or email me, and I'd love to be able to answer those questions for you. Thanks. Bye.